Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Blue Lady Couture. As you can see, I am definitely not in the studio today, and that's because I am out on another adventure vlog. So me and Mr. BLC have come for a long weekend away to Derbyshire, and that's for two reasons. One is it is our wedding anniversary this weekend, and we thought what better way than to celebrate 15 years of putting up with each other than to have a nice weekend away in the countryside. And the second reason is that I want to actually do a working weekend and get some more vlog and photo footage of my Edwardian Historybounding lookbook. I had such an amazing response to my summer lookbook that I did earlier this year. Wonderful comments and response from you guys. So I really wanted to extend that and show you how I transition my wardrobe into the colder months here in the UK. So that's what we're going to do. So at the moment we have just arrived in Derbyshire, and we have come to the little village of Cromford. Because we can't quite get into our accommodation until later on this afternoon. So we've come to Cromford to get some lunch, and we're going to have a wander around because there's some exciting little places that I want to take you to and show you. So let's go do that now. So Cromford actually has a really fascinating history, and it's actually quite a closely linked history to the costume world as well. Now, if you don't know, Cromford is the location of one of, if not the first, I'll have to double check on my on my history details, yeah, one of, if not the first large-scale cotton mills that was created here in the UK back at the start of the Industrial Revolution. So this is the birthplace of where, you know, those classic Victorian cotton mills and fabric weaving mills was established. So as we go around the corner, you're going to get a first look at Arkwright's mill, which I say is one of the oldest mill sites in the country. Now, as you can see, it's obviously not a mill anymore. It has been rebranded into a visitor attraction. So he's going to come and have a look-see. But these wonderful old mill buildings, which are still standing here today. There we are. So yeah, it has been described as the most important preserved textile heritage site in the world. It was here in 1771 that Richard Arkwright began the construction of what was to become the world's first successful water-powered cotton spinning mill. And the Derwent Valley, which is where we are in Cromford, is recognised as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So there we are.
It's a place of discovery, surprise and delight, where the air crackles with the excitement of a pioneering age. Set out to explore, and you can trace invention and ingenuity on the very walls. See some of mankind's first machines leap into life. Witness the role that water played in powering progress, and walk the tracks of some of the oldest railways in the world.
I was a little bit concerned when I came here actually about glamorising obviously the history of the textile industry here in the UK, because we can't really talk about it without acknowledging the fact that at that time period it was a period of enslavement, and that's what, you know, made the empire and gave Britain its wealth at the time. So I'm glad to see this display here, acknowledging and respecting, you know, what the industry did. So basically, when they restored these buildings, there was so much hazardous chemical residue in the walls, the floors and the ceilings that you removed 239 tonnes to make it safe for people to basically use the buildings again. I mean, it's a fascinating period of history, but by God, the textile industry is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Wow. Just a small snack for dinner. It's a literal doorstop front. Let's go. Well, it's definitely looking a bit bleak out here this afternoon. Secret bookcase door. Oh, that's better. Come join me under the umbrella. You come under the umbrella. Right, so I think the plan is we're just going to nip into the little cheese shop that's located down here, and then I think it'll be time to head back to the car and then make our way towards our accommodation for the weekend. So, because it's turned into a rather grim November afternoon, so, and we'll be losing the lights soon as well. It's past 3 o'clock now, so. But yeah, so that was a very interesting little look at the Arkwright Mills site here in Cromford. So it's a bit of cheese shop.
Do you have chocolate orange spread there? What? What? What?
Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. Ah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited the light in the car turned on. Guys, we have bush tea. Look. Look. And look, we've got biscuits, coffee pods, there's jams in the bottom there as well. Breakfast. We've got, ooh, wrecking the drink. Chocolate. So we're just quickly loading the fridge up with our kind of bag of cold stuff that we brought with us. Obviously it's been in the sort of car kind of all afternoon, so. But yeah, this looks like this has everything we need. We've got a full oven and hob, microwave, okay, an actual proper wine cooler down here next to the oven, randomly. Oh, and it's actually got a bottle of wine in it. Wine! Bonus wine. Well, that's very nice. Thank you very much to the owners for leaving that for us. Unless it was the previous tenants who've left it here by mistake, in which case, thank you as well.
Thank you, world.
Well, that's a gadget for you to play with because I look at that and go. Yes, we're not posh enough to have an espresso at home, so Scott's looking forward to playing with that. Oh, all the cupboards. Oh, Denby crockery. Woohoo! Proper Le Creuset mugs. Is that how you say it? Le Creuset? Le Creuset. That's as posh as I get. Right, we're going to explore. I'm going to pass the camera over to Scott so he can film me. And we shall go on a tour of the house. Oh. Oh, this is so cute. So we've got a little dining room /area in here, which is really cute and cottagey. We've got a map on the wall here of Derbyshire area and lovely window with a proper slate windowsill and a hugely thick wall, so it's a proper old cottage, which I'm excited about. And then if we swing around over here, look at this. Oh, I love just little features like this. How lovely is that? It's obviously been extended at some point, and this was originally the door to outside, and they've added a kitchen extension on at the back, but that's just so lovely and quirky. These curved stone walls. So I've got the stairs, they're really cute cottagey stairs heading upstairs, so we'll go up there in a minute. We're going to come through this way into the living room. Oh, this is cute! Beautiful doors. And this is what made me want to book the cottage, because this is just going to be so perfect for doing some photos in tomorrow for the next stage of my lookbook. So we've got a real log burning fire there, and beautiful, look at these tiles. Beautiful tiles. I wonder if they're original. Could be. Beautiful fireplace, and this lovely cosy chair here next to it. And then we've got beautiful Georgian windows. And we view out over to
The car.
the car and the mere, which is what the cottage is named on, Mere View. Right, onwards. Let's go explore upstairs. These stairs are so steep. It's literally just the bedroom and the bathroom. It's a one-bed cottage. But look at this beautiful brass bedstead and another beautiful Georgian window. And these like the original windows. Wow, these are single pane glass windows. Blimey, and it's still got a sash window as well. How gorgeous is that? So exciting. Pretty. Oh, look at this bed. Cozy. And then in here bathroom, which is a very, very modern bathroom, but nonetheless it is gorgeous. So it has shower, toilet and sink. We have toiletries supplied as well, which is nice. Lots of fresh towels. Good, lovely vintage style radiator, and the radiators are on, which is so nice because it's such a dull and horrible evening outside now, but it's so lovely and cosy in here. That's so nice. So yeah, and so that is the cottage. It's not a huge cottage, but it's perfectly big enough for us and what we need. There's a little dressing table area here with a huge great mirror. So I'll be able to do some getting ready videos with my outfits here hopefully, and yeah, that should be good. Exciting. Oh gosh, that light's a bit harsh. Oh dear, I'm just doing some unpacking so I can hang my skirts up so they don't get too creased before I do my photos over the next few days. Oh, you can tell I've had a glass of wine. My cheeks have gone really rosy and pink. Classic symptom of me having a glass of wine. Yes, so I am just doing a bit of unpacking, and I was looking around for a wardrobe because there's no wardrobe in the actual bedroom, but I found the wardrobe in the bathroom. It's in this cupboard. Where is it? Over here. Ah, there we go. That is the wardrobe. And I was just reminded of that scene in Pride and Prejudice where Mr. Collins is infusing over the closet in the guest bedroom when Lizzie comes to stay. And the shelves in the closet. Happy thought indeed. And yeah, so it just reminded me of that. Wardrobe in the bathroom. Happy thought indeed. Let's hang out and drop some of the creases out, which maybe is a good thing that the wardrobe is in the bathroom. I have a shower. I can steam my clothes at the same time. Yeah, I was going to wear this skirt to go to the pub for dinner tonight. It's my Sylvia skirt that I wore to the seaside in the summer in the beige, but it's such a foul evening outside that I actually don't think I'm going to, because it's just going to end up getting very mucky around the hem, and it will just, yeah, and I'm not too hot to use this for photo shoot tomorrow, so I'm going to keep it nice and clean. So I'm going to keep this skirt on, but I think I'm going to change my top and something a little bit more sparkly for a celebratory dinner at the pub. Although, unfortunately, this wardrobe is not very deep. I don't think it's going to really hang up my skirts. Oh, it does just, because I'm a short ass. Gosh, this windowsill is just at the perfect height for sitting in. Eee! I love little details like that. I do apologise if there's a lot of me squeeing in this video. Yeah, can you tell I'm kind of happy with the cottage? It's yeah, above and beyond better than I could have imagined it would be, and it's just going to be perfect for doing some photos tomorrow, so I'm super excited. It is also Bonfire night here in the UK. So yes, gosh, you're getting all of your history with me today on this vlog. So yeah, of course, Bonfire night, the 5th of November, is a very famous holiday, popular holiday here. Well, it's not really a holiday because it's just a night that we commemorate every year. But yes, obviously that is the infamous night that Guy Fawkes and his band of fellow conspirators had intended to blow up the Houses of Parliament, and they were discovered, and of course they were hauled away to the Tower of London, where they were tortured and eventually found guilty of treason, and of course executed by being hung, drawn and quartered. And yeah, and we celebrate that here in the UK by letting off lots of fireworks and lighting bonfires. Traditionally, you would have had a what we call a guy on top, which is an effigy of Guy Fawkes. The air is just, you know, you have that cold, that first wintry nip on the air, and you get wrapped up to go and go out to the bonfire. And when we were kids, we used to have fireworks in the garden. But yes, it's always an exciting night full of tradition for us here in the UK. It was always celebrated more than Halloween ever was. Certainly when I was growing up, Halloween wasn't a thing here in the UK. Fireworks night, Bonfire night was the big night of the year that we celebrated in the autumn. So I'm really excited to show you some of the looks that I'm going to be creating in the next few days for you, because I know for many of us that winter can be a damp, dark, miserable time of year. So I really hope that I can inspire you with the looks that I'm going to be creating. I do hope that I can inspire you to, enjoy the simple pleasures in life, getting cozy, whether it's just lighting a candle, if you're lucky enough to have a fire that you can get warm and toasty in front of with a cup of tea, then that's I'm hoping that by embracing, those historical elements in our clothing, that will provide, as well as, enjoyment and a little bit of happiness. There's also a practical side to that as well, by layering up, with petticoats and chemises and cosy knitwear, or even if you're just turning the heating down a few degrees to save energy and to save money, then I hope this inspires you as well. So I am wearing my Beatrix skirt in the plum linen, which you will have seen way back in my first lookbook that I did for you in the spring really, on my little cycling ensemble. So if you haven't seen that video, do go check it out. But yeah, I'm wearing that skirt and I've teamed it with this jumper, which I've had for a couple of years now. It is just a high street purchase. I think it came from 2 Sainsbury's. Yeah, I bought it because it reminded me of Elsa from Frozen 2. Because if you know me, you'll know that I'm a bit of a Disney nutter, and I particularly have a soft spot for Frozen and Frozen 2. So this is my Elsa jumper when I'm Elsa-bounding in the winter, and I also have my earrings that I bought from Disneyland Paris, which is Bruni, the little salamander, and Gale, which is the little autumn leaves, to the spirits of the forest from Frozen 2. So yeah, so a little bit of a Disney bounding nod with my outfit this evening. But yeah, I think I shall do for dinner. How much food? Are you feeling hungry, dear? And then I've gone for the lamb shank. The lamb rump, sorry. Yum. Good morning, everybody. It's the next day here in our lovely little cottage in Derbyshire. And yeah, we are ready to start the day. So I'm just in the process of getting ready, getting dressed at the moment. Our plan today is to basically spend the day in the cottage, and we're going to do some photo shoot. I have also realised that I have completely forgotten to pack my contact lenses for this weekend. So I'm stuck wearing my glasses, but we are history bounding and not being fully authentic. So nah, never mind. I'm literally staying here for the rest of the afternoon now. This is the best way to spend a cold Sunday afternoon in November. I was very fortunate to pick this up at an antique shop. I didn't pay very much for it. It's not in perfect condition, but it's not in bad condition. But yeah, this is an early 20th century copy of Pride and Prejudice. Interestingly, I've just realised it doesn't actually have Jane Austen's name on it, which is interesting. But this is the Miles and Miles publication. Now, it doesn't actually have like a publisher's page inside, but it does have a Sunday school presentation. I want to say sticker. It's not a sticker because obviously they don't have stickers, but it's been glued in. But it was presented to Victor Chapman, and the date down here is February 1912. If I turn the page, there's a little note bin handwritten in here. It says, fairly decent book, and I think that's F. Chapman. And if I flip to the back, there's another notation inside the back cover. You probably won't be able to make it out, it's very faint. But if I hold it up to the light, it says, read by me, that is Frank Chapman, on the 12th, 13th and 14th of April 1923, aged 15. It says, not a book to shout about. So I'm guessing Frank Chapman wasn't a particular Jane Austen fan. I do like to keep an eye out for books like this with interesting covers on them, and if they're not too expensive, then I will pick them up and add them to my collection, and this is one of those. So I am super pleased to have this in my little book collection. No, don't go out. What is that? That's crap. What are these lighters? These are rubbish.
That worked fine yesterday, and I did exactly the same thing.
I made fire. And as we head around the corner, we're going to get a chance to have a look at this mill, because it was established by oh damn, I've forgotten what his first name was. What was Arkwright's first name?